When you think about it, there aren't many places in life where you can fail over and over again without paying some sort of consequence. In school, if you fail a class, then you have to repeat the year. In sports, if you suck, then you get benched. And on the job, well, you get fired. The world we live in today does not tolerate failure. However, more often than not, the people we look up to in life are not afraid of failing. Because while the world punishes mistakes, there is one place where failing over and over again actually puts you ahead. Isaac Newton, the man who wrote some of the core principles of physics that we still utilize to this day, also wrote 1,000,000+ words on alchemy. The same words that were hidden for years by his heirs because they were too embarrassed to publish it, worrying that it could tarnish his reputation. See, when we think about these special humans, it's easy for us to imagine them as perfect and to place them on a pedestal. But it's not that they didn't make any mistakes or have any failures, it's just that we don't remember them for it. Mozart, for example, he overspent his income, he lived miserably in mountains of debt, and he actually regularly wrote letters to friends begging for money. Now, despite all of these failures, we only remember these people for their achievements, for the times they actually got it right. Because the truth is, we are our biggest critics. We write down in our memories every single time that we fail to accomplish or do something. As for everyone else, however, well, they are just too worried about themselves to even think about you. Losing the fear of failure feels like waking up every day and just chipping away at this huge rock that seems never ending. But what does it mean, right? Where does it come from? I have thought about that question for a decent amount of time, and the conclusion that I came to was that fear of something means being unsure about the outcome of doing that something. Let's say you have a job interview, okay, and you feel anxious because you don't know what the outcome will be. This is the same as feeling anxious about going up to someone and asking them out, or feeling anxious about starting a new business and not knowing how it will turn out. In all of these situations, fear of failure actually arises from the unpredictability of the outcome. Now, you can choose to see this as a curse or as a burden even. However, I actually like to view this in a different lens. In my view, fear of failure means that you are privileged enough to have that fear. If you have the fear of creating a YouTube channel, then that means you have the chance to do it. If you have the fear of going to a job interview, that means you have the chance to do it. Do not fear failure. Be afraid of not having the chance. You have the chance. No matter how scary it may feel for me to take a chance or to capitalize on one, I know that there is someone out there that would give everything they have just to have the same chance as me. I see it as my responsibility to that person to not waste the chance that I have been given. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is snared by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error. If he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who've neither known victory nor defeat. That speech was given by Theodore Roosevelt in 1910, I believe. And to this day, it is still one of my favorite speeches ever. A big part of the fear of failure comes from fearing the criticism of the people around you. And it's not that I don't feel failure anymore. I still do sometimes. I think it's one of those things that is ingrained in our DNA. But because I don't expect perfection from myself, only effort, it gives me the freedom to try, to err, to come short again and again, and to hopefully one day get it right. And to finish this off, the one place that always benefits from you failing over and over again is your own personal growth. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.